So, in our last class, we were discussing that one should not speculate. If he really want to understand God, then speculation will not work. He will have to give up speculation. Only then he can understand things nicely. Otherwise, what will happen? He will give rise to frog philosophy. We discussed this philosophy in our last class. I'm not going to repeat it again. We will move forward now. Let's see. After giving up speculation, what should we do? Bhagavatam recommends that we become submissive and hear the message of God submissively. This message may be found also in the Bhagavad Gita and other Vedic literatures, in the Bible or in the Quran, in any bona fide scripture, or it may be heard from a realized soul. The main point is that one should not speculate, but should simply hear. We were discussing about 9 devotional services. So, hearing is the top method. Regardless of what one is, whether he be a poor or rich man, an American, European or Indian, a Brahmana, Shudra, or whatever, if one but hears the transcendental word of God, the Lord, who can never be conquered by any power or force, will be conquered by love. So, what does this mean now? In today's class only, His Holiness Radha Govind Maharaj was telling this thing that in reality, Krishna is controlled by his devotees. Means he is so much, attracted to the devotion services of devotees. How unconditionally devotees serve to Lord. So Krishna is actually can never be conquered by any force, power, or anything, but he can be conquered by the love of devotees, by the unconditional love and services of devotees. It's not like devotees are serving Krishna to control Krishna. No, it's not like this. But this is natural. So one should basically, quit all his designation, the false identity. He's assuming himself poor, rich, American, European, Indian, whatever, you know, false identification. He's identifying himself with any false identification. He should quit it. And he should surrender unto the lotus feet of Lord and serve Lord unconditionally. Arjuna was a friend of Krishna's, but Krishna, although the supreme Godhead, became Arjuna's chariot driver, a manual servant. So you will see Krishna became chariot driver of Arjuna. What does that mean? And Krishna was really, relishing it. He was driving chariot for Arjuna and he was really liking this. Who will like to become a driver of someone? At least if we talk about this material world. You will see any driver who is driving car or whatever for anyone, he's doing it for the sake of getting some money in return, is it not? It's not like he's doing it he's doing it for the sake of unconditionally loving unconditionally serving someone or something like that. It's not like that at all. But see, Krishna, the supreme Godhead, we can't even imagine what is being supreme mean. That there is no above him. above is far. No one is even, equal to him. And he is becoming a chariot driver of Arjuna. And he is really liking it that, oh, I'm driving for my devotee, my loving devotee Arjuna. How just amazing Krishna is. Arjuna loved Krishna, and Krishna reciprocated his love in this way. That it's not like that, oh my dear devotee, it's not like you are inferior to me. Krishna reciprocates his love like this. That it's not like, oh my dear devotee, it's not like you're inferior to me. We devotees always, feels inferior. We are inferior, we are fallen conditioned soul, no doubt. But see how Krishna reciprocates his love to his devotees. So he reciprocated his love in this way. Similarly, when Krishna was a child, he playfully took the shoes of his father, Nand Maharaj, and put them on his head. So I will show you this photograph. Let me just share my screen. Very beautiful, very cute photograph of Sri Krishna. Let me show you. So I hope it's visible. See how cute little Krishna is. He is holding, uh, the footwear of Nand Maharaj on his forehead, and he is just doing drama. Oh, I will take this uh, footwear for you, my father. Krishna is just amazing. So Krishna always, you know, reciprocate his love like this, like always. So yeah, Srila Prabhupada ji tells that these photographs are the windows to Golok Dham. So yes, he playfully took the shoes of his father Nand Maharaj and put them on his head. People may try very hard to become one with God, but actually we can surpass that. We can become father of God. Wow. We can become father of God. What does that mean? Means in Leela that Krishna often do, we can play a role of his father. Of course, God is the father of all creatures, and he has no father himself. Krishna is supreme. Supreme means no father. Krishna is the father of all the creatures, and he has no father himself, but he accepts his devotee, his lover, as a father in his leelas. Krishna agrees to be conquered by his devotees out of love. This is so true. See how amazing our Lord is. Demigods never, you know, reciprocates their love like this. See, I'm not comparing anything here, but this is reality. Have you ever seen any demigod, you know, any demigod is becoming a chariot driver or of his devotee, or any demigod is playfully taking shoes of his devotees on his head? Only Lord Krishna do this because he's just amazing. We don't know, we are not even aware about this thing, that whom we are serving. We are not serving an original personality, not at all. We are serving Lord Krishna. So Krishna agrees to be conquered by his devotee out of love, my dear devotees. Are you able to catch this point? So even we can become father or mother of Lord Krishna. All one has to do is hear the message of the Lord very carefully. See, we are understanding this philosophy here, so we need to put our mind. It it might not be that interesting, but if you will hear the pastimes of Lord Krishna, they are just amazing. Devotees just get, they just get lost in pastimes of Lord. They are so much relishing, they are so sweet. Even one hears, when one is hearing the pastimes of Lord, they just lost. They get lost in those pastimes. And what to say when devotees, what to say the devotees who are actually the part of the pastimes of Lord Krishna, they might get fully mad, is it not? We are not even aware about, the taste of all these things. We discussed this thing in our last class, the frog story. That frog is always, he's that poor frog is just, he has always been in that well, so he can't even assume the depth of large ocean, isn't it? Same way, we fallen conditioned soul, we poor souls are here in this contaminated material world. So we can't even assume the, uh, you know, the depth of spiritual world. So we should, we can only get idea by hearing the scriptures, by hearing the pastimes of Lord Krishna. How amazing, how sweet they are. So yes, in the 7th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, Sri Krishna gives additional ways in which he can be perceived in every step of life. So we will try to recite the shloka. Punyo gandha prithvyam cha तेजस्वास्मि विभावसौ जीवनं सर्वभूतेषु तपस्वास्मि तपस्विषु पुण्यो गन्धः पृथिव्यां च तेजस्मि विभावसौ जीवनं सर्वभूतेषु तपस्वास्मि तपस्विषु. I am the original fragrance of the earth, and I am the heat in the fire. I am the life of all the lives, and I am the penances of all ascetics. Bhagavad Gita 7.9. So, we will discuss this in more detail. Hmm. The word Punyo Gandha refer to fragrances. Only Krishna can create flavors and fragrances. We may synthetically create some scents or fragrances, but these are not as good as the original that occur in nature. Yes, you can see this. The perfumes, the perfumes and scents which we smell, those are actually artificial fragrances. There is no any originality in those fragrances, but you just smell the, fragrance of rose. The smell of rose is just amazing, is it not? Or other flowers. So you just see, even if you see other scents, essence, you will see there are rose essence, pineapple essence, many different varieties of fruits essence. Those are actually artificial fragrances. There is nothing original in that. So this is, one should understand that even people are trying to create things, they are doing it artificially. There is nothing original in that. So, see, it's written here, we may synthetically create some scents or fragrances, but these are not as good as the originals that occur in nature. When we smell a good natural fragrance, we can think, oh, here is God, here is Krishna. Or when we see some natural beauty, we can think, oh, here is Krishna. So, yes, any uniqueness we see in anything, that can be in any particular thing or in any particular person, we can think of Krishna. That uniqueness is God. Because see, whatever, you know, uniqueness, whatever kind of, you know, speciality is coming, it is coming directly from Lord only. Whatever you can see, if you will see that people often get attract with beautiful things, so from where that beauty is coming? From God? Or that can be any unique thing you see around you. Everything is coming from God. Or when we see some natural beauty, we think, oh, here is Krishna. Or when we see something uncommon, powerful, or wonderful, we think, here is Krishna. Or when we see any form of life, whether it be in a tree, in a plant, or an animal, or in human being, we should understand that this life is part and parcel of Krishna. Yes. For as soon as the spiritual spark, which is part and parcel of Krishna, is taken away from the body disintegrates. So let's understand this point in more deep. Any quality you see in any living being or in any animal, you see elephants. They are very powerful. They have a giant body. So where is that power coming from? Lord? Is it not? Or anything you see, any uniqueness, any power, any powerful. We know six different Aishwaryas of Lord Krishna. What are those? Most powerful, most uh, beautiful, all attractive. There are six. Most, you know, detachment. If we talk about detachment, beautiful, beauty, power, detachment, fame, money. Krishna is the richest person. And one more is there. I'm forgetting that. I'm forgetting that. Okay, let it be. So there are six Aishwaryas of Lord Krishna. So whatever you see in any living being, they are coming from God only. So we can easily remember Krishna. So when you are seeing, when you are looking that any devotee is singing a beautiful kirtan, you're seeing that quality in him. So where is that coming from? Krishna. The beauty, Krishna, the fame, Krishna. So whatever is coming, it is directly coming from Krishna. Why? Because we are part and parcel of Krishna. We are not different from him. Different means, of course, our identity is different, but we are part and parcel of him. For as soon as the spiritual spark, which is part and parcel of Krishna, spiritual spark means the soul. We are not this body, we are soul, is taken away from the body disintegrates. So now there is one more shloka. We will try to recite this. बीजं मां सर्वभूतानां विद्धि पार्थ सनातनम् बुद्धिर्बुद्धित्तमास्मि 𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃 बीजं मां सर्वभूतानां विद्धि पार्थ सनातनम् बुद्धिर्बुद्धिर्मतामस्मि तेजस्तेजस्विनामहम्. O son of Parth, know that I am the original seed of existence, the intelligence of the intelligent, and the powers. This is a spelling mistake is here. The powers of all powerful men. So, Prabhuji explains this point with a very interesting example. People often ask that what came first, an egg or the hen? What came first, an egg or the hen? Now, someone will say egg or someone will say hen, but actually, first came hen. Now, you will say how? How hen came? So, see, Lord Krishna is telling himself that Krishna is the original seed of all the existence. So, Krishna is the hen. See, it's we are understanding this with this funny example, but this is reality. From Krishna only, Krishna is the original seed of all the existence. So, whatever we see around us, Krishna is the original seed of that thing. So, Krishna is the hen, and we are all the, let's say, eggs. Here again, it is explicitly stated that Krishna is the life of all that lives. Thus, at every step, we can see God. People may ask, can you show me God? Yes, of course. God can be seen in so many ways. But if one closes his eyes and says, I shall not see God, then how can he be shown? Yes. So, see, what Srila Prabhupada ji is trying to explain here, that people often say that where is God? Who has seen God? Can you show me God? I have never seen God. Can you show me? I want to see God. So, yes, of course, God can be seen in so many ways. But if one has closed his eyes, if he has closed his eyes, then how will he be able to see the God? See, this is reality that if one really want to understand his relationship with Lord, he will hear scriptures. He will follow all the things which have been told in scriptures. Otherwise, you see now, there are so many people who quit their designation and they join temple. Of course, it's their personal choice. I'm not asking everyone to do that. But you see now, are they fools that they are quitting their designations and very nice designations, high designations, and they are joining temple and they are chanting Hare Krishna, they are reading Bhagavad Gita. Or there are many people who read Bhagavad Gita. So are they fools? Are they wasting their times? No, right? So, same way, if one is really sincere about knowing his relationship with God, then he will hear scriptures. So, in the above verse, the word bijam means seed, and that seed is proclaimed to be eternal. Sanatanam. Sanatanam means eternal. Eternal means which has no beginning or no end, which is from always. One may see a huge tree, but what is the origin of this tree? It is the seed, and that seed is eternal. Eternal means you will see, if you will see a tree, so it's not like that tree has appeared suddenly by his own. No. the origin of that tree is the seed, and that seed is eternal. So let's see, moving forward. Hmm. The seed of existence is within every living entity. The body itself may go through so many changes. It may develop within the mother's womb, come out as a small baby, and grow through childhood and adulthood. But the seed of that existence that is within is permanent. Seed means soul. So, of course, God is eternal, and we are part and parcel of God. We are also eternal. This body is not eternal. This is material body. So whatever birth and death happens, it happens of this body, not the eternal, not of the soul. So let's read this again. The seed of existence is within every living entity. The body itself may go through so many changes. So see, body is changing, but soul is always uh remain soul always remains same. Soul never changes. The size of soul never changes. It's our body who changes. It may develop within the mother's womb, come out as a small baby, and grow through childhood and adulthood. But the seed of that existence that is within is permanent. It never changes. So you will see your childhood photograph. You were looking like something else. Means your face was not looking same as your face is looking now, right now. There is lots of difference, and it will not look same in future as it is looking right now. So every moment our body is changing. Even you will see 1 week before, your body was in another situation. Its condition was different, and now it's different. You might be suffering from any cold or something, but now you are active. So our body is changing every moment, but this soul is not changing. It is sanatanam, it is eternal. Imperceivably, we are changing our bodies at every moment, at every second. Yes, you are not the same person as you were in the morning. But the bijam, the seed, the spiritual spark, the soul does not change. Krishna proclaims himself to be this eternal seed within all existence. He is also the intelligence of an intelligent person. Without being favored by Krishna, one cannot become extraordinarily intelligent. Now, see, it is basically ignorance of a human being only, that he is assuming that the intelligence that I have this by my own self. Or whatever great work I'm able to do, I'm doing it by myself. Whatever great work or whatever extraordinary work I'm doing, I'm doing it by myself. It is his ignorance only. But without being favored by Krishna, one cannot do anything. Even if one is gratifying his senses, whatever eating, sleeping, mating, defending, whatever he is doing, that is also he is doing it because it is being favored by Krishna. Krishna is only giving him energy and all the intelligence for doing things like that. We are not even capable to speak by ourselves. Don't you think about this? Doesn't it seems magical that we are just desiring to speak and automatically this voice is coming from our mouth. We are just desiring to eat, and automatically we'll see the food gets digested in our body. Doesn't it seem magical? I often think about these things, that whatever things are happening around us, it seems magical. How automatically all the things are happening, and no one is thinking about these things, that it is all happening because it is being favored by God. Everyone is trying to be more intelligent than others. But without the favor of Krishna, this is not possible. Therefore, whenever we encounter someone with extraordinary intelligence, we should think that intelligence is Krishna. So now it has, isn't this has become easy for us to remember Krishna in all these situations? So next time, whatever, great or wonderful work you're able to do, just uh, s- immediately you just think, oh, I'm not able to do it by myself. Krishna is empowering me for that. Even you won't believe this. Let me tell you my practical example. I have already shared this, but let me tell this again. I was most diffident person, so much underconfident. Someone when used to come in front of me, I used to get so much hesitated. Oh, now what will I speak? I was not that confident to even speak in front of someone. But now see, we are discussing classes here. This is something very, very surprising for me. Literally, I'm not cracking any joke here. So every single day, I just remembered this thing, that I'm not doing it by myself. Krishna is empowering me to do anything which I'm doing. And I'm not saying this artificially. Only I know that what I was before, when I was not into Krishna consciousness. So see how amazing Krishna is. So, whenever we encounter someone with extraordinary intelligence, we should think that intelligent is Krishna, and that is Krishna only. Means Krishna is empowering that person to do that, whatever wonderful, extraordinary thing he is doing. Now, with this very deep point, please hear this, please listen this very carefully. When we will think like this, will there be any chance for envy for someone, of envy for someone? When we will be able to see this, that quality is Krishna. Krishna is empowering him to do that. Will there be a tinge of envy in our heart for that person? Just think about this. Very amazing point, isn't it? We will not have any anger, we will not have any envy or jealousy for that particular person. Is it not? Because we will be able to see that quality or whatever he is doing, Krishna is empowering him. We don't have envy for Krishna. Is it not? Anyone? Would you like to raise your hand that I have envy for Krishna? No, we don't have envy for Krishna. We love Krishna. We are serving him to get his love. Is it not? So, whenever we see any quality to anyone, any other person, we will automatically not have any envy for him. We will be able to see Krishna, Krishna's hand, that Krishna is empowering him. And automatically we will have love in our heart that for that person also. Very amazing. Similarly, the influence of one who is very influential is also Krishna. Yes. All right. One more shloka is here. Let's discuss this shloka and then we'll stop our class here. Okay. Please recite with me. बलं बलवतां चाहं कामराग विवर्जितं धर्मविरुद्धो भूतेषु कामोऽस्मि भरतर्षभा बलं बलवतां चाहं कामराग विवर्जितं धर्मविरुद्धो भूतेषु कामोऽस्मि भरतर्षभ. Yes. I am the strength of the strong, devoid of passion and desire. I am sex life which is not contrary to religious principle. O Lord of the Bharatas, Arjuna. Bhagavad Gita 7.11. So you will see in this shloka, we will discuss that if someone is desiring to raise kids, and his motive is to, after raising that kid, his motive is to liberate that soul. His motive is to make learn that soul that his responsibility, his goal, his purpose is to serve Lord Krishna. Then that is also Krishna. So we will discuss this point in this shloka, which we will do in our next class. We'll stop here now. I can see no questions. All right, we'll stop here. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Nitai Gaur Premanande. Hari Bol.